they're going to take the field as if their team ready to go play defense. Now you guys do this all the time, and there's a right way to do it. And we think there's a right way to do it here. But you're going to watch the Bad News Bears right here take the field for the first time to play defense. Fellas, go ahead. Okay, you guys can stop and go back. That makes me sick to my stomach too. Hat backwards right here. They're walking out. They're tossing their gloves up in the air. Is that acted out a little bit? Yes, but have we seen that before? Yes, we've seen that before. We've seen that a lot. We've seen that a lot even at the highest level. All right, now I want you to show you a championship team how they actually would get together and take the field to play defense for the first time. Okay, boys, let's get ready to go. Now there are teams that look like that. There are teams that get together first. If we're in this dugout right here, our guys gather over here before they take the field. Now they might not always break it down 1, 2, 3 team, but they connect. We talk a lot about connecting. So they connect first before they go out on the field. They make sure everyone's got their equipment. If Johnny Norwood's on second base and he doesn't have his glove, then someone picks up his glove and gets it to him. But they connect as a group, okay? Now, what we're going to see now is a group that's going in to hit. And when you go into hit, you're very excited. You're excited about the opportunity to score some runs, okay? And we'll see this team right here, the Bad News Bears, how excited they are to come off the field and play some offense and score some runs. Let's do it, boys. Okay, that's good, boys. That makes me sick to my stomach too. So come on out. Let's do this again. Grab your gloves. Let's get back out there. Okay, now that's acted out too, but you see that too. Guys coming off the field slow with no pace, walking, jogging, and then taking their glove like a pancake and just throwing it, not treating their glove the way it should be treated. Now we're going to show you a team that comes off the field and there's some energy, there's some pace, and some organization, and some care to what they're doing, okay? This is a championship team. Go ahead, boys. Yep. All right, now, the first thing you saw is them get off the field quick. That's important. The second thing you did is their verbals were, let's go hit, let's go score some runs. That's second. Third, you notice how they put their gloves together? That should happen with you guys on every team. Because with their gloves together, the first thing I told you is the pocket goes down. You never just lay your glove on the ground. You open it up and you put it on the ground so you don't dissolve the pocket. Okay, as you can see right there, your glove is put down in the right way. The reason that they've done it together is so that if Johnny Norwood is out there, Johnny Norwood's glove is right there, so his buddy can pick him up and bring it out to him so he doesn't have to come all the way back. Another form of connection, okay? All right, now, next thing we'll do. This is an event that happens all the time. This is taking ball 4, okay? We'll get a hitter out here. Grant, you're gonna be my catcher. Grant Solomon. And I'll just pretend that I'm the pitcher. Grant, you just get right behind, okay? Now you see this a lot too. See where young kids, all they want to do is hit, and they see no value in ball 4, okay? Here's ball 4 to a Bad News Bear player.
Come on, pitch, I want to hit. Let's go.
What kind of body language is that? I want to hear it, boys. Okay, come on back. Now, obviously, he wants to hit. But right there, he was telling you that he's selfish. He doesn't understand ball 4. He doesn't understand that a walk has just as much value as anything else. has as much value as a single, an error, or anything else. He gets to first base. He jogged down there, bad body language, you look back at the pitcher. Here's another way of doing it. This is a championship athlete. Dave, you got it. Here we go. All right, first thing he did is he got rid of the bat and he got down to first base. That's body language. That's positive body language. That's what you want to show the other team. You want to start working on the other team's psyche a little bit so you get down to first base like, you made a mistake by walking me, now I'm going to steal second base, and eventually I'm going to score. The second thing he did is once he got down to first base, he turned back into the infield right away, and he picked up the third base coach. Because the third base coach usually is the coach that gives the signs and the outs. And like he did, he got to first base, he flashed the outs back to the coach. Coach, I'm on you, there's 2 outs, I'm looking for your sign, I want to get moving. That's how you take a walk, okay? Now this is my favorite of all right here. This is the called third strike, okay? Now this always is the umpire's fault. It's never your fault, okay? So as you move forward, if you get called out on the third strike, you have to blame someone, okay? But don't take the blame yourself. This is always the umpire's fault, okay? This is the Bad News Bears right here, and this is a called third strike. Reggie, move over to this on deck circle right here. All right, here we go. Called third strike.
Oh, come on, Luke.
Now you've seen that. You've seen that a bunch of times. The head goes right back to the umpire. They usually shake their head. There's usually raindrops. There's a flip of the bat. There's a flip of the helmet. Everything that you don't want to see in an athlete. Now, I was just joking in terms of the blame. You can never blame the umpire for a called third strike. You can never blame the umpire for a called third strike. As I told you, that's your at bat. If you're going to leave it in his hands, then you're leaving it in the hands of someone that you can't control, okay? Here, if the umpire called you out on called third strike, here's how you should handle it so you don't hurt the rest of your team. Now that is the way that we should try to do that. You notice when he struck out, and we obviously talked about this, he went back to the dugout, and Reggie, who was coming up, says, "That's okay, I've got you. I've got you." If you listen to some of the conversations about players during the World Series and towards the end of the year, they always said, we picked each other up, and that's essentially what you're doing. He struck out, he's connecting with his teammate, he's fist pumping him, and the guy coming up says, "I'll pick you up." You go back and say, "Pick me up." That's what this game is. It's just picking each other up. Okay? Last thing. Who's my base runner at third base? Okay, go ahead, man. All right, now what we're going to do here is you're going to see a base runner score from third base easily. Let's just say on a ground ball or a base hit. He's going to run to the plate. Okay? Probably okay. And then he's going to run through the plate. Okay? And you're going to see how happy his teammates are that he scored. Okay? Go ahead, Grant. Oh, that was a great welcome, huh? That was really good, huh? Come on out, Grant. Actually, you've seen that before. I've seen that before. You've seen guys go from third base to home plate, jog to the plate, think it's an easy run. They don't do anything to the plate, then when they jog in, they've got 6, 7, 8, 9 disinterested players. Usually 1 or 2 guys might come up, the rest of the guys are off to their side, holding their own pity party or doing something else. Okay? Now this is how a team should engage a teammate once they score a run. Go ahead, Grant. what teammates do. If there's something that's good that occurred on the field, whether it's a pitcher coming off the field after a strikeout, whether it's a nice catch by a defender, whether it's a base runner that scores a run, we ask our team just one time at the beginning of the season to make sure they get out and they celebrate it. They celebrate the person. Then after that, it happens all the time. You can never contain our group because they come out of the dugout so quick because they recognize good occurrences. They love to celebrate each other. Again, a character trait of being a good teammate. Okay, last thing. Guys, come on out. This is what we look for after a game, boys. I want one team out there, and then I want the other team right there. There's several ways that you can greet each other after a game. There's one team that won, hold on, and there's one team that lost. So there's one team that's not feeling good, and then there's one team that's feeling really good about themselves. But this exercise right here is usually done poorly, almost to the point that I wonder, why should you even do it if you go through it like this? Okay? I'm going to show you a poor way to do it right here. Go ahead. Okay, you guys can stay over here, Reggie. You can take the group over here. That's fine. All right, you can stay right there. You can stay right there. All right, that's first time through. There was no eye contact, nothing happened. There was no words exchanged, no positive words exchanged. So why even shake hands? Okay? If you're going to shake hands, you want to do it properly. All right? This is how you do it after a game. Give me a hand, fellas. Now that was a better way to do it. It's not necessarily a hug session like they were getting into. But at the same time, you're shaking hands, and there's some eye contact, and there's the verbal of, good game, good luck the rest of the way. If you're going to do it right. Give these guys a hand one more time, fellas, for acting this out. Okay, now what I want you to do is we move forward. We're going to get out there in our stretching lines. We're going to stretch with Coach Macias and get ourselves ready.